let's just watch the first fight, see where you're at, and then I'll start talking about things. We eat the sleep, whatever. Okay. So I got a couple of things for you already. Let's just start at the beginning. This one is super minor, but whatever. If we're gonna yeet the sleep out of here, don't do this.
Defend objective A.
Aim. Don't just randomly jump and randomly yeet it. You can see through the door is aim. And aim for this bottom corner here, and even better, underneath this part of the truck here. And you'll get people in their feet all the way back. You have a super long sight line, whoop, from this side of the door. You could sleep that Cass. If the Rhine starts walking back to the corner without putting a shield up, you might sleep him. Like, you give yourself a chance to actually hit somebody with the sleep. Also, understand that, like, you're getting absolutely nothing for this sleep. You're just kind of being a dick. I'm not saying don't do it, but, like, what are you going to do with this, yeah? No one can follow up on it. It means nothing. Other than now you don't have the cooldown, versus, like, going for the cheeky sleep on this Bap now, when your Genji's close enough that he could go do something about it. Your Hog might even get the hook on him, yeah? And then you yeet the nade the second you peek the corner. And, again, no one can follow up on that nade. If you want to just get the ult charge out of it, then, like, I don't know that that's really worth right now, because it's not like they're so far away. Your team's about to walk into them, yeah? Anti-nade is how you carry games. Like, anti-nade and nano. Those are your two carry plays. You don't want to just be wasting your nade. You have a fight win on a 12-second cooldown, you know? Like, cutting off healing just when somebody needs to be healed. That's when you want to anti them, yeah? Anyway, so we kind of eat that out, and then we spend the entire rest of this fight hard-scoped in open space in main. You have no cover anywhere. If anyone shoots you, you cannot possibly get to cover in time before they can shoot you again, and you will die. You're hard-scoped, which makes it really easy to hit your head. Look how you lean forward. Your head hitbox actually shifts forward. It's easier to hit the head shot when you're scoped. You can't see as much as what's going on. You're moving so much slower, even if you're still ADing. Learn to quickscope. You're at the rank where you have to learn how to quickscope. If you're going to play Ana, like, to get into Diamond, like, it's a fundamental skill from Diamond on up, yeah? And then finally, you're just hard-pocketing your tanks right here, and you can't out-heal damage from focus fire. So you have to either put damage in yourself on an off angle while healing them. You can't do the damage instead of. You have to find an angle where you can do both. Yeah? Maybe like... Or, you know, that's when you want to make sure you have your nade, because then you can be pocketing your tanks and use the anti-nade, etc. Or, the other option is you need to make sure you are pocketing the off angle as well as your tanks, yeah? If you're not going to be the off angle yourself, you have to make sure the off angle can live on the off angle. Otherwise, your tanks are going to get rolled. And the reason is, you have to have somebody splitting attention away from this choke. If it's not you, your Genji's great for it. Your Genji's better for it than you, so, like, I love that he's here. Keep this dude alive, yeah? Because then the Bap can't be here, the Bap has to back off. Anyone he's shooting from back here is now shooting ineffectually at a Genji on the high ground who can live, and if he takes damage, you can heal it up. And any of those people are not shooting your tanks, which means you have less to have to heal up, and it's easier for them to push and take space. Yeah? So instead, you just sit here heal-botting your tanks, your Genji dies right behind them, and you guys lose the fight right after. To be fair, that was quick, yeah? I'm not saying, like, you didn't try to heal him. But you have to be watching him, yeah? You have to be ready, because he's where, like, off angles are going to take damage, yeah? Like, just where he's standing is a risky place, and it's not hard for you to be keeping an eye on him actively while keeping an eye on your tanks. This is such a narrow angle. And again, it gets even easier if we're unscoped and we're quickscoping. It gets even easier if we're doing things like playing cover somewhere, yeah? Wherever you want to rotate to. You could be playing this corner, you could be playing this truck at this point, so you're ready to push up more with your tanks as they go around, you know, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so we're just hard scoped. That was a nice sleep, but the ante, again, no one can follow up on it, and your sleep already stopped them from hard pushing you, yeah? Without that shield there, they kind of can't just stand there in the choke and keep pushing like that. See how much damage you're taking just for being scoped like this? And again, you waste your sleep. Your cooldowns are your only survivability, and they're your only carry plays. If you want to just, like, take a chance with one, that's kind of okay a lot of the time, but look at how both of them are always off cooldown. Now you can't sleep the nanoed Rhine pin and save your hog there and carry that fight. If you hadn't wasted your sleep, you could have hit that. For sure. That wasn't a difficult sleep to hit, right? You would have had to react quickly, but, like, the aim would have been easy. Yeah, I hope this is making sense. Like, you're wasting all of your carry plays. You're relying on your team to do all of the carrying for you, which, I don't know, doesn't seem great. Okay, and then here, again, we just crossed way into open space, and we weren't ready for anything that was going to be coming. You had your sleep, you might have been able to sleep the shatter if you were ready for it, and it's 2 minutes into the game and the enemy Rhine hasn't shattered. You should assume he has shattered. Just like now we should be assuming they have Flux, they have Visor, they have Zenalt. Transcendence, thank you. Wait, no, that's your team. Sorry. They got Bap, they got... yeah. They have basically everything, because, yeah, that's the only ult you've seen so far 2 minutes into the game. It's actually kind of weird that they don't have Sim ult or Nano yet, and it's probably because... your team hasn't really pushed through the choke very much, so the Sim hasn't gotten to do a lot, and the Ana hasn't had to heal a lot. But I would be assuming they just had him already, for sure. We panicked the sleep out even though we had plenty of time. That was a good nade, yeah? You naded both of your tanks. Nading the engagement, yeah? When your team goes in with ults, that's when you want to throw the nade. Or, like, when your run goes in swinging, that's when you want to throw the nade. Shit, hey Taser, yeah, it's been a while. No, I made sure you're on the list today because, like, it's been forever. Did you skip 3 people on purpose because of... oh, yeah, I decided to mess with the order today because, so one person is a newbie, so they get skipped to the front. One person is Taser, who's an OG that we haven't seen in, like, half of forever, so I just want to do Taser. And then the other is because they're literally the only DPS on the list, and I do almost exclusively supports and tanks. And I would like to do support DPS, so we're doing the DPS one today. Oh. Yeah. Look where you're playing. Actually, there's a lot about this. So, let's start with the small thing. The thing that is in your control. Yeah? The only time you, Ana, are ever on the objective, on the cart, are when your tanks are pushed way up fighting their team somewhere else. Yeah? And the moment the fight starts approaching the cart, you need to be already gone, already backing up. You need to see that coming and just leave. Because you're a sniper. What the hell is a sniper doing on the front line, yeah? You're dead. And once the Ana, you were the first dead in this fight. And once the Ana's dead, like, it's really hard, yeah? And then the second thing, and this is more of the team diff, but, like, sometimes you can get in comms and you can talk about this. If you guys leave these high grounds alone, and you just try to push the cart instead, you will lose. Full stop. No, on paper, like, I get that ranked is a shit show, and maybe sometimes you have won this map by doing this, but it's only because the other team has made egregious mistakes like dropping too early. Yeah? If you guys do not clear these and hold them first, and then push the cart second, or at least be clearing them while somebody's pushing the cart from, like, way back here, this is what happens, yeah? They just sit on these high grounds for free, rain hell down on you from multiple angles. You can't shield it all, you can't deal with it all, and you all explode, yeah? You can't possibly out-heal it all. The only way you win this is by using an overwhelming number of ults that are likely to whiff, yeah? Or are going to be harder to land because you're from the low ground, they're on the high ground, yeah? You're making this fight literally impossible. Your team, I should say, you included, all of you. Because you did it too, yeah? You died first on the cart. You're a part of this as well. You guys didn't clear this high ground, you've lost this fight already. In addition to the fact that Ana is frontlining, yeah? So, okay, and then that was a waste of your nade. And I don't want you to get discouraged. I'm not, like, trying to, like, flame you, oh my god, you're so bad. This is not what this is about. It's more like... I'm not even saying that, like, you're playing worse than your team, like, you're the one throwing this. You might be. They might be playing worse than you. They're probably all making their own mistakes. They're all fucking up. Your tanks aren't clearing that high ground either, like... This is all a team effort, don't worry. But you have so many opportunities to carry this game, and you're also making so many mistakes that make it harder for, like, anyone to carry it, yeah? So, like, first things first, we need to live. Second things second, we need to be, like, not wasting our abilities so we can carry with them. So we can save people with them, or, like, make sure people die with them, or cancel ults with our sleep, or whatever, yeah? Don't waste their carry plays. Live first, and don't waste their carry plays. And, like, your aim's pretty good. I mean, you should practice your sleeps. You need to practice your sleeps. I don't even think that it's really that your aim is with your sleeps is bad per se. It's that you're panicking them all. IMO, go play some Ana paintball. I think that's really good for practicing your sleeps because it's on, like, a 2-second cooldown. And it's also good for practicing your quick scopes because most Ana paintball modes don't let you hard scope, yeah? So, yeah. I would say you should spend 10 minutes warming up and then just, like, a few Qs a day. Like, when you're in queue for a game, playing on a paintball and focusing only on quick scoping and landing sleeps, yeah? Quick scoping and landing sleeps against real people. And that'll be your mechanical practice, yeah? Those are the mechanical skills you need to really vibe in Diamond. Especially since it's important to understand, don't make the mistake of thinking once you get to a certain elo, your team will peel for you. They will, but by the time you're in an elo where your team knows how to peel for you and is any good at doing it, the enemy team will be sending multiple people to dive you. It won't be one person at a time so you get to take the 2v1 and win, yeah? It's going to be a ball and a tracer and a Pharah all hitting you at one, like, right? So you are still going to live and die by your own sleeps. And in any elo, you will live and die by your own sleeps. So practice them, yeah? Really drill them. Beyond that, play cover and play like you're a sniper, yeah? Play back, play cover, play high grounds when you can take them. Live as best as you can. And then third, stop wasting our abilities, yeah? Use them to carry.
I wasn't cut out for retirement anyways.
Okay. I'm gonna watch a little bit of your defense. But, oh yeah, because now you're on Bap. So that was enough of Ana. Let's watch your defense on Bap, and we'll talk about Bap.
Ready for battle.
I want to be clear that, like, we're barely scratching the surface on Ana, but that gets you started, yeah? That gets you climbing, that gets you working on the skills that you need to be working on. And future VOD reviews, like, if you want to keep working on your Ana, just keep bringing me more VODs, and we can keep, like, really building on this, yeah? But I digress. Let's watch some Bap.
4, 3,
Oh, good. Briefly thought you were, like, starting across all the way over there.
defend objective A.
Yo, Fezzy, how's it going? The divers will also be better. Yeah. The tracer will take 1 to 2 clips to kill you instead of the current 4 to 5. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like... Oh, we whiffed that. That's unlucky. I actually think that lamp was fine. And I want to talk about... First up, there's a lot of good about what you're doing, and there's a little bit of risk. So let's just talk about all of the factors around this, like, little moment here. Ignoring that we whiffed the lamp, I actually thought that was a great lamp, because, like, your tanks are in deep, they're fighting, they can't get out, and the enemy team is hard pushing them. It looked like you were aiming that lamp around the corner, and it's an aggro lamp. There are no ultimates yet for you to counter. You don't need it to counter anything, so using it aggressively is fine. The problem is, you used it before the enemy BAP, which means, like, they break your lamp and then they lamp after while your team is pushing them, they win. That's not how it played out, which is really lucky. You helped break the lamp really quickly because the BAP threw a bad lamp, and I think he threw it after, yeah, he threw it after the Rhine had died. So, like, he fucked up is part of why this all worked out, yeah? Other good things with, like, bad things attached. The way you're standing here, this pole is blocking this angle, yeah? Where somebody might sneak up and try to just shoot you while you're hard focused over here. It's really, really important to control these angles. This is what it's called, yeah? Controlling angles. The problem with this angle is you have no rotation options that don't, like, expose you to open space. You'll have to, like, if there's a sniper, if there's anyone that can hit you if you're low, you're only going to live by the quality of your movement versus the quality of their aim. Versus, if we were, like, angle back here is really great for, like, Ana or Zen because they have the range. Since we're on BAP, we might want to just be, like, on this high ground where we can drop behind this corner, and then we can back up into here or into here as our team backs up, and that gives us LOS of the point. That's one option. Option 2 would be hanging out in here. This is like the aggro option, yeah? This is, we're creating an off angle. So here we can, like, pocket our team, we can maybe peek to do some cheeky damage, and as the enemy team pushes in, let me draw this, and your team backs out to here, you get a crossfire angle on the enemy. BAP does real damage, yeah? Enemy team starts pushing in, you start doinking them from here. They have to turn away from your team to come push you and deal with you. Meanwhile, you're BAP. You have livable cooldowns, you have cover, you can kind of back out, and if you're in comms or you trust your team to push, it's fine. Because, like, if they chase you and then your team just hard pushes them, and if you trust your aim, this is good. It also has risks, yeah? You can get pushed here. And if your team doesn't help with that and you get pushed hard enough, you're gonna die. So, like, this is the aggro position. But here, you're just sort of in the middle, yeah? So you're getting the risks without getting the benefits, if that makes sense. You're not creating a crossfire because you're still behind your team, but you're also exposed. Nah, you can't kill Bap's Tracer. Legit impossible with his 350 HP. Finally in plat on all rolls. Nice! Good job, dude. Yeah, Taser was like my OG Silver support. My OG Silver Lucio. Ana paintballs are rare to find. Yeah, they're less common than they used to be. I found if I just start my own lobby, though, people tend to join. But see how much damage you're taking and how hard this is? And how far you have to expose yourself to, like, to heal and how much risk you're at? And it's mostly just that the enemy is ignoring the Bap who's exposed while they kill your team. Yeah?
Objective lost.
You died last, which is good, but it's mostly because you stood in the back and the enemy team ignored you while you were in the back. They don't have to ignore you just because you're in the back. You're actually pretty near the elo, where DPS have fairly consistently figured that out. Like, it's usually around high plat to, like, low diamond-ish. Most DPS understand that they don't have to shoot the first thing in front of them, and they can instead shoot the, like, exposed support that's standing in open space in the back thinking they're safe just because they're behind their tanks. Yeah? Also, this jumping doesn't help. This is a really bad habit a lot of Baps have. Great lamp. Great lamp. A plus. A plus lamp. But, so jumping like this makes it kind of harder for you to do things and to move around. It slows you down because you lose horizontal mobility with your jump. It's mostly a vertical jump. So it slows you down. And it also puts you in a consistent arc that's a lot easier for enemy hit scan to hit, such as this Ana, this Bap. This Mei, if she's good, will just pick you out of the sky with those right clicks because it's a nice consistent arc, yeah? Your jump is about your ability to take high grounds easily, yeah? Use it to take a high ground, like here, and stand up here and do work. And then if they come to dive you, you drop while charging your boots, they drop, and then you jump back up, and now you just wasted their mobility cooldown that they took to dive you, yeah? That's how you juke dives. Yeah. Don't just be jumping up and down randomly, yeah? Use it for something. Use it to take a high ground. People join in the weird game modes for some reason. Yeah, I think people just get bored. Okay. Nice. We're whiffing some shots. We need to be aiming higher, but... Aim higher, aim higher. Yeah, so... You're jumping to compensate for your aim. It's an arcing projectile. It is easier to hit shooting down, which is part of why Baps like to do this, is to jump up, get the downward angle, easier to land their shots. But it's just exposing you, and you constantly moving is also kind of hard, yeah? So just, like I said, take a high ground, and then hit your shots. Or, if you're going to be low ground like that, you know, aim a little higher. You do 70 direct, 50 splash, so like your tanks here, you really want to be landing these direct if you can. They got anti, can't do anything about that. And then we can jump over the wall. Good. Good, good, good. Can't do anything about the anti. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay. Yeah, this is all great. Yeah, great. Great, great, great. You do a lot of good shit, dude. You take so many unnecessary risks. That was what, look at that. You guys held that. I fully believe you held that point because of how you personally played it. You, the Baptiste, played that very cleanly. Play every fight that cleanly, yeah? And now we got window. We can carry with window. Oh. Lamp them, lamp them. Whew. Okay. You squeezed that way too long. They should have died before you got it out, yeah? That was very lucky. as it is, that, like, good that you didn't, but... Okay, he was out of range for that, so you just wasted your self-heal. Not that I think it makes a difference, but you could have backed out sooner there. So, like, they don't have speed. As soon as that Rhine turned around, you turn around, and he can't get you. And then we come over here, and we jump up here, and Rhine really can't get you. And then we're back to healing our Hog, shooting that Tracer, shooting their Bap, you know, doing shit from up here, yeah? You just stayed in too deep, and you died. This was still carryable. It was hard. It was going to be really hard. Actually, it might not even be super hard. It was 3v3 until you died, yeah? You, Tracer, Hog, versus their almost dead Tracer, a Bap, and a Rhine. And you're untouchable, yeah? Rhine can't do shit against the Tracer. Rhine can't really do shit against the Hog. So all you guys got to do is kill the Bap and the Tracer. And then this Rhine is fucked. He can't really do anything against the three of you, yeah? This was so carryable. Maybe it still gets carried, but... Because your Hanzo's back too now, yeah? But... Okay, we're back, so... Wait, let me see that. Nice. You get back in the nick of time, good lamp. Careful about following people into bad positions to heal them. So, like, following him to there was fine, but then coming into this room, enemy team is chasing people, and they're chasing this guy out, yeah? This guy who can one-shot you. And you went through this door, exposed to, like, this side angle here, and didn't even look at it, turned away. As it happens, there was no one on the enemy team who happened to be, like, peeking over here at the time. But you didn't even know that, yeah? Like, I'm not saying that this was wrong. I'm saying be careful. Because, like, the better thing would have been to just heal him there, and then see where he's going, realize he's grabbing the mini anyway, and just cross over to here, finish healing him up, and keep doing your thing, yeah? Or jump up to here and just keep doing your thing because he's fine. Nice. Good recognizing that you didn't need to lamp that. Good. Like, you saw that the Ana got away. Like, I saw you looking at it. Like, you thought about it, and you didn't. Legit. Very good. Good. Yeah, just get up here against the Tracer. What are they going to do? Okay. Yeah. You whipped a couple of shots, but also there's just not a lot you're going to do at that point against that much damage. Unlucky. They just had so many ults. Okay.
Victory.
The only thing to say about this here is when all of this is happening, you've thrown your lamp, you put one right click into her or two, and then you have to pivot and kill something. You have to kill their damage, yeah? You have to kill that Hanzo. Fuck their supports right now, because their supports are probably just healing their tanks, yeah? Which, I mean, eventually you want to kill them, but this guy, he's the one that's really rolling your team. So kill him or kill this Tracer. Even better, kill this Tracer. I just didn't see her right there at the moment. But anyway, yeah, you have to frag, because that takes pressure off your team. You can't out-heal all the damage, and they right now have the luxury of all just looking at your Hog right now and focusing all that damage on this Hog and bursting them down. So if you kill somebody or get them looking at you, you take that damage away from the Hog. Meanwhile, we're kind of safe up here, yeah? I'm not saying that would have worked necessarily. This was going to be really hard, but that was your chance, yeah? Once you realize you cannot keep these people alive, you fire that one right click and you start killing something. Maybe you throw another right click in periodically if you can, but we gotta prioritize damage in this moment. Like, from here on out, It's your only chance. Cool.